Hello, welcome to my channel. Thanks for clicking this video. Don't forget to subscribe and also click on the bell notification button so that you get updated anytime I upload a new video. In today's tutorial, I'd like to show you how I created this fast food flyer in Photoshop. So all you have to do is to follow me step by step to get everything right. So in the first place, let's go ahead and click on File. Then we click on New and create a new document for this. So the resources used in this tutorial will be placed in the description, so go ahead and download it. So this one, the rate for this particular flyer is 1080 pesos, whilst the height lies at 1080 and the resolution lies at 300 pesos. And then we click on create. Alright, so with this one, you have to click on this lock to unlock our layer, and I'll go to click on FX. Let's try and then create our gradient overlay and click on gradient overlay. So now we click on gradient overlay. So the color code for the gradient overlay, let me actually read the color code to you. So the right side is 4E00B00, and then on the left side rather, and the right side the color code happens to be FF1800. Then you click on OK. Guys, please subscribe to this channel so you can get updated anytime I upload a new video. So let's go ahead and place our first resource. Like I said earlier on, the resource has been placed in the description, so go ahead and download it. So I have my first resource over here. So I'll just have to scroll and then place my first resource. Alright, so with this, let's also make sure that we choose a blending. So you go to the blending options and then choose, you can either choose a multiply or color band, and then reduce the opacity around 50 or 60%. We still want it to show a bit. So now let's also click on rectangle tool and create a nice rectangle around this. So we create our nice rectangle, and now as you can see the rectangle is on top of this. So let's actually click to bring it down like this. And now the next thing we have to do is to go ahead and place the resource of the food. So file and then place link. So I have my resource here, so I have to place this link here. Guys, please, I keep saying subscribe to my channel so YouTube can recommend this video to other graphic designers, and also you get updated anytime I upload a new video. And let's make sure this in the middle. But actually, if you want to check the alignment for this, you can click on it and press Ctrl A and then choose a center alignment for it over here, and then Ctrl D to deselect again. So whilst we've already placed this food link, let's try and then reduce the size. I think it's very huge or big, so let's reduce the size a bit. And now Ctrl A, select the center alignment for it, Ctrl D to deselect, and now let's push it back a bit. So with this, let's duplicate the layer of the food. So Ctrl J to duplicate the layer of the food, and let's choose the one beneath it. And now let's go to FX and choose a color overlay for it. So with the color overlay, let's actually choose a black color for the overlay. Let's choose a black color, and now let's actually shift this one back. Let's shift it back and then reduce the size of the one that we created an overlay for. So let's actually reduce the size for this, and now let's bring it down. Let's bring it down here. With this one, you can use your arrow keys to control it, or better still, use the mouse to drag it to where you want it to be. And now let's place this here. Let's place it here. So what we have to do next is to go to filter and then click on blur, and then choose a Gaussian blur for it, and the radius should be around 34.6 pixels depending on how you want it to show. As you can see, 34.6 pixels shows perfectly for mine, so I'll bring this down a bit, the shadow down. So now we've dropped this shadow, successfully dropped the shadow. So let's bring this food down, and now let's work with the background again. As you can see, we have some text here, so we have to click here and now click on the group icon let's make sure this one is beneath the image. So let's click on the group icon, and now choose our text tool, and now type in food. So the font for this particular tutorial is MTN Brighter Sans. So let's type in food and drag it here, drag it like this. And now let's actually press Ctrl J, duplicate it, Ctrl J, duplicate, and now drag this one down. Let's make sure our move to is being selected, and now let's drag this one down like this. Sorry for the background noise. So Ctrl J to duplicate again and bring it down till we have it beneath or below the particular design. So Ctrl J to duplicate. Alright, so we are already having enough. So now let's make sure we select our group icon and then curve this like this, how you want it to be. And now let's actually go to the blending options with the group icon being selected. Now let's go to the blending options and choose a soft light for it, and then reduce the opacity for the soft light. So opacity around 60 will be okay. Now let's go ahead and place our next resource. So we click on file, click on place, and now we have to place our next resource, which happens to be the chef. Please kindly subscribe to my channel so that you can be updated anytime I upload a new video. And now let's reduce the opacity of this. And then the next thing we have to do is to go ahead and place our next resource. So we click on place link. Click on place link, and now I have the chef hat here. So this one, let's go ahead and choose or select the marquee tool, and I'll draw a nice marquee around this here. And now make sure you press on Control and then press on your arrow key on the keyboard. And now let's right click on this and choose layer via copy. So let's come to the layer panel, adjustment layer panels, and close this one. And now with the first one being selected, let's go to the FX and then choose a color overlay for it. As you can see, this is very simple. It is very simple. And now let's click OK. So let's choose our move tool and then reduce the size of this. Let's reduce the size of this. And now let's bring it on top of this particular fold like this. And now let's press Ctrl A to highlight everything and choose a center alignment. You have to check your alignment well. If your design will be nice, it will be based on your alignment. Now let's go and add the aroma to this food. So let's go to place link and add an aroma to the food. So I have the aroma here. If at all you are loving this tutorial, like I said, please subscribe to my channel. Now let's reduce the size for this. Now let's place it here. As for the aroma, you can place it where you think it will look nice for you. For me, I think this one looks okay. So let me check the next thing we have to bring in. So let's actually bring our leaf here. So we click on file, place link, and now with the leaf icon being selected here, and I click on place as well. And now I'll actually choose or select my marquee tool and draw a nice rectangle around this to select this thing. And now the first thing, as we did for the chef's hat, you press on Control and use your arrow keys, press them together, and now you have to right click on this and choose layer via copy. And now this one, let's actually close this one as well, and let's use our move, click on the move tool and then place this here. And now we have to go to filter and add a blur to it, but this one we are going to use a motion blur. So the motion blur around 12 is okay. Then we click on OK. So now let's actually add our next resource, which happens to be the tomatoes. So I have my tomatoes here, and I'll have to place it here. Reduce the size for this tomatoes, and then place it here. Place it here. And now, as you can see, the tomatoes has been placed successfully. And now the next thing we have to do is to create our rectangle to shape here, and draw a nice rectangle like this. And now let's go to the gradient. Click on this fill and then choose a gradient. We actually choose the background gradient. So we click on this part and select the background. Use the color picker to select the background. And as you can see, with the same color being selected, then we come to where the angle is, and the angle is supposed to be around 3, where you think it seems fixed for you. So now you have to come here with this part, then we actually curve only this part around 82, and do same for this around 82. So you click and drag like this, and now we're having this particular shape here. So you actually press Ctrl A and then choose the center alignment for this. Ctrl D to deselect. And now let's this one be here. So let me check the next thing we have to do. Alright, so let's actually place our next resources, which happens to be the sliced green pepper. So I'll have to reduce the size for this, and with this you can actually add a blur to it, gassing blur to it, depending on how you want it to be. So Ctrl J to duplicate this, and then drag this one to this part, I think this part. And now let's place our next resource, which happens to be the pepper. So now let's reduce the size of the pepper as well, and place it at where we think it seems fixed like this. We just want to keep the flyer busy, and that's all. So now the next thing we have to do, I think we have to copy the text so that this tutorial moves on fast. So as I said earlier on, the font is MTN Brighter Sans, so you can go ahead and download it. I often use this font a lot because it actually looks good on every design. And when you're designing a fast food flyer, you should also consider the colors that you choose. You can choose a wine color, a green color, but I never go with a blue color. And a white color too will actually look good, but I never go for a blue color if you are actually starting with graphic design. You can choose to go with green, yellow, or a wine color like this. So let's copy this. So we offer all kinds of local dishes, and now let's copy the last thing here, which happens to be the contact, and place it here. So Ctrl A to align it in the middle. So as you can see, we've successfully designed this. So if at all you've loved this tutorial, don't hesitate to subscribe to my channel so you too can recommend this video to other graphic designers out there. Thank you for watching my video.